This is 28-year-old Eboni Pouncy. On February 3rd, at 2:41 in the morning, she was shot 5 times by police. Let's talk about it. On the night of the shooting, a tenant called saying that someone had broke into her apartment. Around 2:14 a.m., the cops arrived on scene, cleared the apartment. There was no intruder. Now, before the cops left, someone had reported that another apartment had been broken into around the way. At the second scene, the cops noticed that the screen had been taken off and the window had been broken. The footage shows the cops knocking on the front door and announcing that this was the sheriff's office. As you can see, the deputy is looking down. They said that they saw a female approaching the door holding a weapon. In the footage, the cops yelled, "Drop the," and then they began to fire. Both of the cops shot repeatedly, and one cop even continued firing after they reloaded. Now, the cops that were on the scene performed life-saving efforts, and they took her to the hospital. She is in stable condition. Now, cops later found out that Eboni was a guest at that apartment, and she was supposed to be there. Now, the cops involved have been placed on administrative leave while there is an investigation going on. This is your trigger warning. I'm about to play a clip. This is your trigger warning.
Deputies knocked on the door and announced themselves after a neighbor flagged that the screen had been removed and a window was broken. Here's what happened next.
As you can see, the deputies, who it's important to note, have edited the video that you're playing for you, say an individual approached the front door with what they say was a gun and fired. Attorney Benjamin Crump says this video is evidence of unnecessary and excessive force. Jason Carroll has the reporting.
This is your trigger warning that I'm about to play the second clip with the actual tenant that rents that apartment.
Stop it! The time, just after 2 a.m. last Saturday morning, deputies called to the report of a burglary at the second-story apartment off Uvalde Road in Northeast Harris County. They're on high alert after seeing a broken front window. Officers unloading more than 24 rounds through the front of the apartment. One deputy reloading her gun and continuing to shoot.
Go down, go down, go down.
A woman on the other side of the wall, identified as Eboni Pouncy, shot several times.
We need people, shot fired.
Deputies only then finding Eboni is supposed to be here. Her friend rents this place. They broke their own window to get in after forgetting their keys, the friend said in an interview on Friday.
I told Eboni to break the window. That would have been the third time the window would have been broken since I stayed here. We were there for about 20 minutes. The next thing I know, I hear loud banging on the door.
That banging is deputies.
Eboni grabbed her gun and ran to the door.
The next time she saw her friend, she was shot several times. A neighbor downstairs filming this video.
I live here. Please don't shoot. This is my home.
That same neighbor initially calling 911 to report a burglary after hearing his neighbor break her own window.
The only crime that was committed that day was done by the police.